Okay, hi guys, and welcome to the show. Today we're doing a very special episode just for my Squale fans. And today, obviously, I couldn't do this video without wearing my Squale. This is the 1521. This is the all black PVD version. I refer to it as my stealthy because it is really kind of very understated. Obviously it has a kind of military aesthetic to it, but anyway, that's what I'm wearing today. Wristwatch check done. Let's get on with the show. Welcome back, guys. Now today is a bit of a special episode. I'm going to be doing a little bit of an unboxing, an unusual unboxing, something very unique, probably to me and the show. But today is really about Squale and the 1521, and in particular this model. Now, something I've realized as the show has kind of progressed, and especially since I started getting into Squale, the 1521 is a very special model. Diver, it's a very special diver for me because it made me fall in love with the brand. It made me fall in love with this amazing model. I think I used to consider the Oris Aquis the best diver under $1,000, but since this bad boy came along, it's just destroyed all competition. I mean, I hold this watch in such high regard. I compare it, you know, I've stopped wearing my Seamaster because I just love my Squale divers. So anyway, that will save for the state of the collection that will follow soon. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about the fan club that's of the Squale fan club that's kind of come into fruition through this channel. I get so many emails from Squale owners talking how much they love the watch, how they're satisfied with the watch, and I think that's fantastic. And if you're the same way, please share down below in the comments. I love to hear about fellow owners of this, and let's not forget the 1545, which I think is highly overrated. And it's funny, this to me is the best Swiss diver under the $500 mark, and this is the best Swiss diver under the $1,000 mark, and they just happen both to be Squale. It just shows you what a fantastic brand there is. And if you want to go high end, Squale have that too with the Master Squale, which is unbelievable. I mean, what you get, the decorated movement, the one of the best bezels I've ever seen. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up about I'm gonna stop talking about my love for Squale because it is a brand that I've just I'm enamored with. It's reawakened this kind of obsession with dive watches that kind of, you know, it goes up and down, it goes in phases. I always come back to the dive watch, as McMahon so eloquently put. We are all diving into this abyss that is life, you know. So of course he put it much more eloquently than me, but anyway, you get the gist of the message. Anyway, so let's get on with this. I'm starting to ramble, but what I wanted to talk about today was I had an email from a guy called Sebastian, who's a very satisfied Squale owner. He owns the blue polished version of the 1521. The one I stupidly sold and I'm in the process of buying back. And he lives in Germany, and he sent me these beautiful pictures, which I'll share on the screen, of his holiday in Iceland. Beautiful, amazing landscape, as you'll see in a moment. This kind of almost out of this world. It almost looks like a scene from a science fiction film. It's just this very particular landscape. Anyway, so these fantastic wrist shots, and there he is on holiday. So we got talking because you guys know I love travel, and he happens to come from a very special place in Germany, that's very close to my heart, called Bayreuth. Now, those of you who know opera will undoubtedly know the importance of Bayreuth. It's where the Bayreuth, now let me just get this right because my German is terrible, Festspielhaus, the Bayreuth Festspielhaus, which is of course Wagner's special concert hall, and it's like a mecca for Wagnerians like me. I'm an absolute obsessive. I mean, I obsess about watches, but I am obsessed about Wagner as well. And Wagner's very close to my heart for a few reasons. First of all, those of you who know, the T in TGV stands for Tristano. And Tristano is the Italian version of Tristan. And Tristan, the name, I was named after Wagner's most famous opera, Tristan and Isolde. And it's funny, it's almost kind of like Providence. It's almost, I was destined to love it. I know it sounds a bit kind of funny, it sounds a little bit hard to believe, but my favourite piece of music in the whole world is the opening to Tristan and Isolde, and in fact the famous Tristan chord. Now, this is a really fantastic book. I've just finished reading this, and if you're a Wagnerian like me, I really recommend this book. In fact, I think Johnny Casual should read this because it delves into the philosophy and a little bit of the politics of Wagner, which is a bit of a tricky subject, but I'm not going to start talking about this book because we're not here to talk about the book. But my point is the Tristan chord really sums up and is so essential to Wagner, and it happens to be my favourite piece of music, and to be named after the piece of music, it's just funny how things turn out. I never was into opera. I've only got into it the last few years of my life, and of course I love Puccini and Verdi and Mozart and all the classics, but there's something about Wagner that just speaks directly to my soul like nothing else. And every time I hear the Tristan chord, doesn't matter for the millionth time, it hits me. It goes straight to my absolute core of my being, and the hairs on my neck stand up, and it moves me and takes me to a place like nothing else, and nothing compares to Wagner. And for me, Richard Wagner, Wilhelm Richard Wagner is the absolute, for me, the best, absolute best of it. Nothing else compares to what his music makes me feel. And I'm very eclectic in my taste. You know, I like everything. I like blues, I like jazz, I like hip hop. Even kind of experimental drum and bass, Aphex Twin and Autica, and kind of everything from Philip Glass to I don't know, Avopart. You know, my taste in music is huge. Really, I mean, there's rarely any genres of music that I'm not interested in, or I don't know about, or that I dislike. I mean, music is just so integral, especially to my life, but I think life in general. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So the point of this is that I'm trying to explain to you how deep and special Wagner is to me, and to have a fellow Squale owner of the 1521 live in the same town, I mean from the same town, and to have a viewer from Bayreuth who I presume must walk past or near the Festspielhaus every day. You know, it's just so cool. It's just, when he told me that, I almost fell off my chair. I could not believe it. It's just, what a fantastic thing that the love of these things has brought me into contact with such amazing people. I mean, I get emails from all over the world, and it's quite staggering, but to have an email not only from a fan of this much beloved watch and much beloved brand from Bayreuth, it's just amazing and really made my week. So I asked Sebastian if it was possible to do a wrist shot in front of the fish steel house, and he said sure, I'll do it on Friday when the weather's a bit better. Now unfortunately there is scaffolding, they're renewing the facade of the building, but he took some pictures around. There's a sculpture of Wagner, and so he took some pictures of different angles of the fish steel house, the concert hall, and it really you have no idea how much this pleased me. I could not stop smiling about this the entire week. I was just over the moon. I mean, it is Mecca for Wagnerians, and one day I will see, hopefully, Tristan and Isolde there. It's my dream. My dream is to see that. I mean, I'd settle for any of the other operas. I mean, or Parisfal, or any of the others. I actually, just to be there. I don't even have to see an opera. I could just play it in my ears and just go and touch it, like some obsessive fan. But it is fantastic that this passion, this YouTube channel, has brought me into contact with such amazing people. That it's fantastic. And Sebastian, congratulations! You have impeccable taste in wristwatches. So, but anyway, before I go, to kind of commemorate this, I wanted to get a little bit of a little kind of memento of Wagner, and so I hunted around on eBay, and lo and behold, and now I've already unboxed this because I was concerned, because of its fragile nature. I was concerned that it might be damaged, especially as the box was not that big. But anyway, lo and behold, I found a little sculpture of Richard Wagner, or Wilhelm, in Canada, and in the most random, remote part of Canada. This actually took about 17 days to arrive, and it happens to coincide with this fantastic email from Sebastian. So I wanted to share it with you guys. Now I've already unboxed it, but I wanted to show you. Just going to open it very quickly now. So here we are. This is my little bust of Wagner, and as you can see, if I get my pen, where did I put my pen? Not sure if you'll see this, but there is the Wagner symbol, which is the W. This is the kind of his own little crest, and it's beautiful. This is handmade in Italy. I'll show you the. I'm not sure if you can see that. Now let me get this right. This is a Sastini marble bust, and it's made of 70% marble and 30% resin. And it's just to make it a little bit more tough, because marble is quite malleable. It's quite you can quite easily scratch it, so the resin just gives it an extra toughness. But I got this little this is handmade from Italy, from a respected sculpture maker, which is Asantini, I think it is. No, sorry, Santini. I do apologize. It's pronounced Santini. They've even still got a label on the end. But it's a beautiful bust. That famous Wagner profile. Absolutely stunning. I'll move out the way so it's in focus. So maybe Wagner should host the show. But anyway, I'm really chuffed with it. This cost me $16. Handmade marble, genuine Santini, handmade from Italy. So I'm absolutely over the moon. And just what a fantastic. So this really is to commemorate. So this is for my friend Sebastian. So I've got my 1521 and my little sculpture of Wagner here. So I'm going to put, let me just move this out of the way. So I'm going to put Wagner here on my desk. Rather fittingly, he's next to my audio interface. So Wagner is now part of my desk setup, just to bring that a little bit of extra class to my desk area. Anyway, well, the war room as it's been dubbed. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there because I've gone on far too much, and you probably, if you're not a Wagnerian, you're probably not into this. But what I will say, if you guys have a Squale, doesn't matter which one, and you're in the Squale club, which is I'm starting to see it's quite an elite group of very unique, obviously cultured individuals with impeccable taste, of course. But anyway, if you have a Squale and you're in some fantastic location, doesn't matter if it's a natural, beautiful landmark or it doesn't have to be famous, and you wish to share it on a show, then I will of course make a video if I get enough emails and pictures. And so anyway, you know the email. So I'm going to leave it there. So Sebastian, thank you very much again. Hopefully one day I'm going to make it to Germany. I'm going to come to Bayreuth. Hopefully I will get to meet you. Of course I will be wearing my Squale. And to the rest of you, thank you very, very much for watching. Please, opinions down below, where you're from, and if you have any fantastic places you've taken your Squale. Okay guys, thank you very, very much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and found it useful, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. Okay, ciao.